saying that it is with great pleasure that I welcome our first esteemed panelist to the session, Costantino Grasso. Costantino is an associate professor in business and law at Manchester School, you know. He is also founder and editor-in-chief of the Corporate Crime Observatory and the Corporate Social Responsibility and Business Ethics blog. Costantino specializes in corporate and economic crime, corporate governance, corporate social responsibility, and whistleblowing. The title of Costantino's presentation is Ethical Considerations in Utilizing Technology to Combat Economic Crime. Costantino, welcome. Please, the floor is yours.
So thank you very much. So basically, let me start that I would like to say that I have no doubt that in the coming presentation, we will uncover intriguing and remarkable ways in which new technologies can revolutionize the battle against the economy. As an unwavering optimist and a technology enthusiast, I feel, however, the compelling need to offer a moment of reflection, a starting moment of reflection, that may appear contrary to the prevailing trend, because my intention is to lay down the foundation of our discussion by immediately addressing the ethical dimension of the issues at stake and emphasizing its crucial relevance. In other words, ethics first. This presentation serves as a constant reminder of the potential risks that arise when our critical thinking and assessment capabilities are overshadowed by prevailing and groundbreaking reality, such as the advent of artificial intelligence. So basically, this presentation challenges the idea of hard determinism, which asserts that human behavior and action are entirely determined by external factors, and consequently, we lack a genuinely free will and ethical responsibilities. So basically, technological innovation are seen as the result of a complex interplay of a series of external factors, such as scientific discoveries, societal needs, economic forces, historical context, environmental conditions. And so basically there are inevitable outcomes, and we cannot do anything to stop their occurrence. So I prefer to use a soft determinist approach, according to which, despite the presence of these determinants and these external influences, we can still act in an ethical way and have the ability to influence and shape our future. In other words, we are subject to these external factors. They play a role in shaping and influencing technological development, but there is still room for human agency and ethical decision-making within that context. So there is no doubt that the progress of technology has introduced an era of marvels to our society, transforming the way we communicate, receive medical care, travel, various other domains. It has enabled us to establish connection globally and immediately, to promote healing, embark exploration, and accomplish extraordinary achievements that were previously inconceivable. However, we know very well that the adoption of any new technology does not come without risks. And Boeing Max, for example, crashes are emblematic of this. Throughout the history, we have seen that the intricate nature of reality results in a combination of positive and negative consequences across social, economic, and environmental domains when new technology are embraced. Furthermore, the adoption of technology can lead to unforeseen actions and consequences that we can hardly predict, and we call it predictability issue. Now, in this scenario, if we think about technology and economic crime, I think there is a conflict between an utopian scenario and a dystopian scenario. If we look at utopia, technological advancement applied to counter economic crime have the potential to create a more ideal society where the risk of economic crime are minimized through, for example, enhanced detection and prevention system, efficient and cost-effective investigations, real-time global collaboration, improved transparency and accessibility, enhanced access to justice, at least the virtual justice, and strong deterrent effect. However, at the same time, technological advancement applied to counter economic crime have the potential to create a dystopian scenario, leading to Orwellian surveillance concerns, manipulated and discriminatory algorithms, abuse of power and unjust outcomes, cybersecurity threats, and economic divide. So we are here in a situation that is like that. We don't know. It's the predictability issue. So what could be these risks specific in the area of economic crime and technology? we said we don't know, but we can try to identify some. The problem is that when we look at the type of technology that you can use in the anti-economic crime, these are usually computing, digital technology, artificial intelligence, and all these kind of technologies. They are inherently characterized by a technological opacity. That means that the decision-making processes and the practical arrangements that are behind the development of these systems are often extremely complex, and the users do not understand them. So let's imagine this scenario. We have a compliance officer who starts by using a program that is designed to automatically identify potential red flags. Marvelous in case of fraud. Now, he has to rely on this program output, which is generated through a simple interface, assuming that the underlying algorithms of the program have been implemented correctly without questioning or independently verifying its accuracy. What could be the potential implications, technically speaking? Software dependence, so the compliance officer will tend to, or could be required to, use this program as the primary tool for detecting fraud. However, the accuracy and effectiveness of this system may be subject to various factors, including quality of algorithms, data inputs, potential biases. Then we have the issue of potential flaws. While the system can be efficient in some cases, it may also have a limitation in detecting, for example, more sophisticated fraud, and it can lead to false positives or false negatives and basically fail to identify the real fraud. Also, it can lead us to an inadequate oversight. The compliance officer may tend or be asked to overlook their own expertise and judgment, and this over-reliance on an automated system can potentially diminish the importance of human oversight and over time lead to a loss of investigative and critical analytical skills for compliance officers. Now, the problem, I think, is the problems are many more, okay? Because the implementation of technological advancement are not only practical and technical. I think that my primary concern in this area lies in integrating these technological tools into a corporate business model that we know is flawed. So simply introducing technology without addressing the underlying flaws within a corporate world can lead to negative outcomes. If corporations implemented these tools autonomously without a proper regulatory oversight and regulatory framework, there is a risk that their use may not be more, to be just a window dressing operation. It may create the illusion of improvement without effectively addressing the underlying causes of economic crime. So what is the result? The result could be, and this is not a totally negative result, but basically a surface level adjustment and improvements that are made, but the ultimate focus of corporation will still remain maximizing short-term profits and prioritizing competitive advantages. And so how we can really fight economic crime with that tool when this will be the purpose of corporations. So what could be some issues? So we said that this technology are characterized by technological opacity, but we also know that corporations have a black box nature. Corporations are complex and opaque, so they are not easily understood from the outside. If we introduce complex technological systems like AI, we can exacerbate the black box nature of corporations. Then we have the myth of self-regulation. So the adoption of this system could become, again, victim of irresponsible self-regulatory stances, which will lead to what? A lack of ethical considerations such as fairness, transparency, and more important, the absence of accountability regimes. I didn't do that, it's not my fault, AI said it. Then we can also add the issue, of course, if we don't have to underestimate that is algorithmic manipulation. So systems developed to counter economic crime can be susceptible to manipulation, for example, by intentionally including training data that is biased or incomplete, selecting distorting features of variables, manipulating parameters or threshold with the algorithms. So what we can do, and I'm going to conclude. So we don't have a roadmap right now, but we have some ideas. We should prepare a comprehensive risk analysis to identify the likelihood of this risk occurring. We have to adopt an ethical approach that have to promote fairness, transparency, and accountability, and have internal ethical committees that are really independent. We have to ensure technological transparency So basically, we have to understand how these things are done through, for example, clear documentation and explanation of the system's creation. We need to give internal training to the one that have to use this, but this training has to go beyond the user level. We have to explain to compliance officer how the systems works, and we need external auditing. We cannot implement these things without an independent external auditing that check if the algorithms are done well. And this is it. So while it is beneficial to be enthusiastic about the most recent technological advancement, we should exercise caution when it comes to implementing these tools in the area of anti-economic crime. It's crucial to ensure the necessary groundwork, and we have to be fast, and we don't have to rush, because as we have unfortunately learned from the social media revolution, the most widely used technology becomes, the harder it is for anyone to change a regulator. So we have to avoid the same mistake again. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Costantino. I stop share screen. Thank you very much for your exciting presentation and the focus on the ethical issues related to the use of technologies in countering economic crime. I'm sure that we'll have time to discuss these fascinating topics during the Q&A session.